Hello, everyone. Rabbi Rosen here. I hope all is well with you. I appreciate having a few moments to spend with you with some thoughts for this Shabbat. It's often asked, why is it that Abraham appears on the scene first before Moses? After all, isn't Moses the more important figure in Jewish life? In Torah, he is the one who helps lead the Israelites from slavery to freedom. He receives Torah. He is the great leader and teacher in the wilderness. Why, after all, doesn't he come first? I believe that of the many possible reasons for the appearance of Abraham before Moses, one of the more compelling reasons is that Abraham makes it safe to have argumentation and debate in Judaism. In fact, Abraham makes it safe to argue with God. In this week's Torah portion of Vayera, God sees the terrible sinning of the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah and vows to destroy those cities. Abraham is appalled by the idea and challenges God, saying, "Shall not the judge of all the earth do justice? Chalila lecha, far be it from you, God, to do such a thing." And then begins to argue with the divine, saying, what if we were to find 50 righteous people in the cities? What about 45, 40, going all the way down to 10? He truly wants to save the cities, challenging God on God's own terms, as it were. It's even more of an interesting take on things when you realize that, in essence, God invites the argumentation. The passage begins with God saying to Abraham, or at least to himself, to the divine self, "Shall I hide from Abraham what it is that I am about to do?" And then the argumentation proceeds. In Judaism, to argue with the divine is no sin. As a matter of fact, it is invited. It's even a necessity. It is the way in which the ideals of justice and the ideals of compassion are extended in the world and not limited. We find in so many respects that the ways in which argumentation is allowed is a way of inviting all of us to be better partners in the covenant. It's part of a covenantal relationship with God to challenge God, at least from time to time. The passage in Pirkei Avot is very instructive. It says that kol machloket, every argument that is for the sake of heaven, l'shem shamayim, will in the end prevail. Another way of saying that is every argument that has a higher purpose, a purpose of strengthening the community or strengthening a private relationship, strengthening something that is truly important to two parties, that is something that will prevail. An argument that is only there to score points, to express anger, or to show ego is not the kind of argument that has a place in our world. We argue all the time. It's worth asking the question, what kind of arguments, what kind of debates do we have? The kind of debates that are for the sake of heaven, that are for a higher purpose, speak to the power of an Abraham in our world and how much more we need his voice in our times. Thank you so much for your time. Have a wonderful Shabbat. Shabbat Shalom.